After wowing Broadway audiences in shows like Jesus Christ Superstar and Once, Paul Alexander Nolan has headed south to play good old boy Jimmy Ray in the new musical Bright Star. We're headed to the Paramount Hotel to catch up. What's going on, Paul?
Nothing.
So you're between shows right now. You just did a matinee.
Yeah.
And then you just came off the stage and came here to talk to us.
I did. I signed some autographs and I came right over.
Do you get a lot of? Do you have a lot of like post-show energy? Are you like one of those guys that like when you're on stage, it must be hard, it's like hard to come down from that, right?
Sometimes it's it depends on the show. This one, because I age through the show,
right.
I'm kind of in that grounded.
So you're the older guy now?
Heavier. Yeah, I'm the old. This is older Paul.
Okay, so this show is called Bright Star. Mm-hmm. I love this show. It's at the Quirk Theater, and you play what's his name?
Jimmy Ray Dobbs.
Billy Bob. Jimmy Ray. He's like one of those Southern
Billy
boys,
Bob.
like one of those like good Southern boys,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
And how old are you when we first meet you?
18.
You're 18.
Yes.
Okay, this is good. It's good that you can play 18 because I bought it.
Did you?
Yeah, totally. And at the end, you're what?
41.
All right, that's not a bad range. Okay. Yeah. So we met you as Jesus, which is a little intimidating to meet someone as Jesus. Like literally the first time I saw you, you were like, you had that hair, and you had that was your hair.
It was not. It was a
that
wig.
was a wig.
Was
I thought
wig.
it was your hair. I forgot.
Well,
but you were like Jesus. Like you really looked like Jesus. It's a little scary to meet Jesus.
All right.
It's also funny because for you, you're a Canadian. And secret's out. Secret's out. We got a Canadian on our hands.
I don't want you to know about it, but it's out. It's out.
And so you did the show there, and it was sort of like one of many shows, right? You were part of the what did it come from the Stratford?
Yeah, the
right.
Stratford Festival.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a brief run up there.
Yeah, we did it for about 9 months.
Oh, 9 months. That's not that brief.
Yeah, I mean it's 100 shows over the 9 months because it's in rep, and we were doing that as well. I was playing Al Jode in the Grapes of Wrath at the same time.
Wow.
Which is a total contrast.
Yeah.
Where we jumped into a pool on stage, into the river on stage.
I remember. Oh, you did the water. You were naked.
Almost.
They were naked on Broadway. I remember that scene.
Yeah,
vividly from my childhood.
I don't think we were ready for the full frontal in Stratford that year.
Canada's a little safer. How long did Superstar run?
We ran 4 months after we opened. I think we closed July 1st 4 years ago.
Right.
In fact, yesterday I think was our Broadway opening of Jesus Christ Superstar 4
wow.
years ago. We closed July 1st. I had a brief time off, and then I went to Kansas City Starlight and played Radames in Aida.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that is a flash in the pan. Those contracts are like 3 weeks long.
You kind of look like Adam Pascal.
Do I?
Yeah, I just thought that for a second when I just looked at you. When you said Aida, I thought, hey, look, I'm next to Adam Pascal, but I'm not.
You aren't. I am still Paul Nolan. Paul Alexander Nolan.
Alexander. Yeah. When did the Alexander come in?
That came in for my second Broadway contract, which was Once.
That was confusing.
I bet it was.
It was like the guy changed his name. Why? Was there another?
I didn't
did you suddenly realize there was another
don't-
Paul Nolan around? Or
I don't know
Did
what
you realize
happened.
actors with 3 names do better, or what?
That's what it was. My salary's increased so much since then.
They have to pay you for each name.
Yeah, that's right. For each letter.
per letter.
Yeah. No, what happened was Equity had a Paul Nolan, and I'm not sure why they allowed
They didn't realize when you were
me
doing
into the
Superstar.
country the first time.
I feel bad for
I'm
the
not
other
sure.
Paul Nolan
I
probably
know.
went to see Superstar and opened the playbill and was like,
No!
called the union immediately.
Yeah.
So you had to be Alexander. Was that already your middle name?
It was,
Oh,
yeah.
that's convenient.
Yeah, it's
You have to like make one
absolutely
up.
across the board my middle name. I actually really like using it because it's a traditional family
cool.
name. And there's something about 3 names that I'm not sure why, but it's catchy.
Right.
And Paul Nolan is a hugely common Irish name, so
Okay.
yeah. So
And then you did Once,
I did.
and you were Alexander.
I was Paul Alexander Nolan in Once. That's right.
And then you did Dr. Zhivago, and you did Daddy Longlegs.
All is Paul
off-Broadway.
Alexander Nolan.
Yeah, now this is now your name.
Yes.
But this Bright Star show, so this show was already around. There were already productions that you didn't do. There was a production I saw in California.
That's right.
Well, how much did you know coming into it? And you're playing, like I said, Billy Bob, Jimmy Ray. You're playing this good Southern. You're playing a good Southern boy, and you're not that.
No.
So did you immediately go, oh my God, that's totally me?
I did actually.
Yeah?
Weirdly, there's once in a while you read a script or you see a show and you think, I know this person. And when I read the script, I read it on a flight back to Canada, and I was in tears on this plane, like hiding myself against the window of the plane, because obviously some crazy guy crying on a plane is maybe not the best thing for a flight. And it was just so moving, the script. And I just felt like I knew who this kid was. Part of it is that you know, the sensibility is he's a very earthy person with big dreams, and that, you know, I grew up on a farm in Canada, a grain farm, so I think that's partly why I identify with his roots and his groundedness, so that he really comes from the earth. So
I think one of the pleasures of the show is not knowing much and just sort of sitting down and letting it, you know, taking it in. But we do see you jump through years, like you said, and so that boy meets this girl. Right, so talk a little bit about, and Carmen Cusack, the great Carmen Cusack, making her Broadway debut.
Yeah.
She's pretty great, huh? You like singing with her?
I love it. I love acting with her. You know, the voice is something kind of extraordinary. It's not a voice that you hear every day.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of great voices in this city. Hers is just so unique.
So unique.
And so diverse. To be genuinely getting, you know, this music, I think is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But acting with her is really what excites me, because she's so present and she brings her presence to the deck, and I really like working that way. And we have a script that we can do that with, and so it's always real, which is.
You guys fall in love. Totally fall in love.
Yeah.
But you're married.
Both of us are married.
Yeah. You're both married.
She's married to a man named Paul.
Oh my God, so many Pauls.
Yeah.
Way too many Pauls in the room.
Yeah.
That guy's jacked.
That guy is jacked. He's a good-looking man. My wife, when I'm like, take a look at Carmen's husband, and she blushed like she was 14.
You're like, I caught you.
I was like, yes! Now I have something on you. It was awesome.
So, yes, tell me about your wife. Is she an actress?
She is.
Yeah.
Her name is Keely.
Yeah.
And that's a Gaelic name.
Nice.
And it means beautiful.
Well, how convenient.
I know. And she is beautiful.
It would have been terrible if she wasn't with that name.
That would have been
Can you
bad.
imagine going through life?
This is my ironic wife.
Imagine having to tell everyone your name, and they're like, whoa, wow, mom and dad really screwed that one up.
Yeah. Can you
So
use your middle name?
So you're having a good time. And you're working
I'm
with
loving it.
you're working with like Steve Martin at 80
Yeah.
Brick Hill, which is nuts. And I
Yeah.
know that they're very invested and they're around a lot.
Yeah.
Is it totally normal now to be hanging out with Steve Martin?
It's always
He knows your
weirdly
name,
been
right?
normal. I don't think so. He calls me that guy. You know, it's weird when you really think about it, but when you're in it, it's not weird at all.
Yeah.
It's never been weird from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, they are generous people. They
Yeah.
are just, you know, they really want the best for their writing, and they want to serve this theater. And I think that is astonishing.
What's your go-to Steve Martin movie? Do you have one?
Definitely Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh,
I mean,
so good.
When I really
John
think
Candy.
about Steve Martin's presence in my life as a young person,
Yeah.
I can't go down that road, because I think, and now he's in this room, and it's weird. I don't want to talk about his past, because he doesn't think about his past. I don't think.
Right.
He's not he does his present, and I think that's cool.
It would have been really weird if you came to the room and he was like, dude, I loved you in Grapes of Wrath. You know what I mean?
Why
Like,
didn't you take off your underwear?
why'd you not get naked? I only went to Canada because I heard.
Yeah.
That would have been really awkward.
Yeah, it would have been.
It would have made
I
you
mean,
feel weird.
Yeah.
That's why you should probably just play it really cool with them.
Yeah. I would have demanded that the water was really warm if we had to go with underwear.
I can't imagine why.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay, well, on that note, I mean, once we go there, I think the interview's done. But everyone needs to check out Bright Star. There's no nudity, but there's a beautiful storytelling. And is there nudity now? I don't know. What happened at the matinee?
You never know.
Did
You
I
never
miss
know.
something?
Carmen and I are very present actors. You never know.
It's at the Court Theater, and it's beautiful, and this guy's great. Paul Alexander Nolan. Sorry, Paul Nolan, about that little glitch that happened. Have you met him?
I haven't met him.
You haven't met him. Well, he's probably watching. Hey, Paul.
He's
What's
awesome.
up? He's awesome.
For sure.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. Thanks for the handshake.